Hello, welcome back. I am Nicole. This is Peace Love Yoga, and we are on day 4 of the 30-day yoga pose challenge. I hope you're enjoying and learning a little something new each day. Today is Chaturanga Dandasana. You will hear the word Chaturanga. It's a fun word. You'll hear it lots and lots of times in a class. And as I was making the board, I was thinking, Chaturanga, I just told them everything has asana. And I even forgot. It's Chaturanga Dandasana. So Dandasana is staff pose. So Chaturanga Dandasana is 4-limb staff pose. And that's what we're going to be working on today. Another foundation pose. And it's one we're going to bring it down on the mat. So we're going to start on all fours. This is tabletop position. So we're going to have our knees under our hips and our shoulders, our hands and wrists under our shoulders. So this is tabletop. Tabletop is not a separate pose that we are spending a day dedicated to, but it's a warm-up you will find in probably all yoga classes called cat-cow. So we're going to walk through that just slightly so that we can get our wrists warmed up, our spine, get everything moving a little bit since we are not warmed up. Okay, so tabletop position. Wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. So this is a nice neutral position. When you're here, you can do some hip rolls. You can push it back. You can do different things to kind of loosen up your hips. But today we're going to do a cat-cow. So we're going to start with cow pose. And we're going to push down on the tops of our feet. We're going to drop our belly, lift our gaze, and our chest is kind of shining through, our heart is shining through. And then we're going to exhale and tuck our chin, arch our back, pushing into our hands and the tops of our feet. So as we talked about yesterday, inhales take us up. We're going to inhale, cow pose, dropping that belly, lifting that tailbone, and then exhale, back to cat pose. One more time, inhale, cow pose. Exhaling to cat. So just finding a little bit of movement there. We're going to go back to a tabletop position, neutral position. And Chaturanga looks a lot like what you would think of as a push-up. However, we're going to watch our elbows because unlike I guess you call it a military push-up, maybe that our elbows go out. I don't even know if I can do them out anymore. Our elbows are staying in. So in Chaturanga, I will just show you real quick. So we're kind of up here like in a plank position. And my elbows, just watch my elbows right now. You're not doing anything. But I'm going to shift forward and down so that my elbows are still tracking under my shoulders. So for purposes of this tutorial, we are going to start on our knees. Like we're in tabletop. Hands are under our shoulders, and we're going to just slightly shift your knees back as if you were doing a push-up on your knees. And you can lift your feet up. We're just going to get used to the movement, the motion, whereas we're not going straight down. If I go straight down, my elbows collapse, right? And I get to here, thunk. So that's not what we want to do. So in order to have our elbows track properly as we're making that movement down, we're going to shift a little bit forward. So we start here. We're going to inhale. As we lower down, I'm going to shift forward so that my elbow, see here, is tracking back. And then we can release to the ground. So I'd say probably the most important thing, keeping those elbows tucked. And I'm going to slowly walk through it again with some other little parts of our alignment to concentrate on. But really think about hands pushing into the mat and shifting forward before you go down. So, and you might go all the way down. We can even just go like this a little bit. So let's go on our knees. Hands Hands are under our shoulders. Walking your knees back. Of course, you can always be here. This is like your plank position. You're high up on your toes. Your thighs, your legs are strong. Your core is engaged. And I can shift forward and Chaturanga. But for today, we're going to be on our knees. So we're going to inhale. We're going to shift forward. Let's just go partway down and back up. So instead of a big movement, where we're going to be, here, we will just start out tabletop. Shift those legs back and prop up those feet and ankles. Be on your knees. Fingers are pointing forward. You're pushing down into the mat. Taking a deep breath in. And as we lower down, just part of the way, shift forward and elbows down. And let's just go back. Inhale, shift forward, elbows in, halfway, and back. So it's really just a shift, tiny shift forward. And when we're doing this in Sun Salutation, it's fluid motion. So we're going to be from our half lift yesterday. In fact, I'll show you that. So from our half lift, we'll be planting our hands down when they say Chaturanga. We're going to go to our knees today. We're going to inhale, everything's tight. Shift forward and down a little bit and back up. So it can just be that little small motion just to get the feel of it. One, because maybe you haven't done push-ups in forever and don't even have that feeling of going down and up. More so because we are training those elbows. If you are used to traditional or military push-ups, whatever you'd like to call them, just getting down, our nose touching, and then back up so our elbows flare out. So, okay. We're going to be in our half lift. Plant your hands. Perfectly fine. Bend your knees to reach down. Plant those hands. Pointer finger pointing forward. Let's place our knees so we're in tabletop. Lift those feet and ankles. Inhale. Shift forward. Exhale. We want to go all the way down. We are here. We're turning those elbows in. Inhale. Exhale. You can go all the way down. So much different than this compared to control, elbows guide, and we go gently. And then we will work into our next pose tomorrow. So if you want to try it one more time, maybe two, we're going to try it from that half lift. So we're here in half lift, planting down, stepping back. Now, you can step right back to here. You can step right back to here. Inhale. Lower down, shift forward, elbows guide back, and release. So that is Chaturanga Dandasana. It is a more challenging pose. So you might be feeling some heat. I know I am. And I know I went fast through that. I was trying to keep it within the 10 minutes. So perfectly fine. Pause. Practice on your own. This is one you will feel right all up in here. So thank you for sticking with it. This is day 4. We are more than halfway done with our Sun Salutation A. And I hope you are enjoying the time. And thank you so much for subscribing. I am Nicole, Peace, Love, Yoga. Thank you so much for day 4. Namaste.